and it was an open box, isn't it? So it is not that this box is permanently closed. It can be opened. So I'll pass on to this box and try to open it. You see how many? One easy way to open is just hit it on the wall. It will open, but then it won't be box anymore. Okay? So you will make sure that this remains the box, and if you are using force and taking more than a second, so it has to open in less than a second. Can you think of how to open in less than a second? Raise your hand. I'll pass on to this anyway. Anybody quick answer? Without much force, less than a second. Can you think of, all of you know, that's the beauty. All of you know, but you just not connecting the dots.
Just push it.
Just push it. No, you won't. He's right.
Just
Anybody else? Any other suggestion?
That's at the center.
Which center? My center or box center? Locking is, there's a slot in the lathe and the rods will go into that. So if this is good lock now, if I unlock this one, this will lock. Speak loudly. Less than a second without hitting on the wall. Wall also, it doesn't take much time. Quickly. And that's what I told you also to do something. Hey, this one. Did anybody figure out? One figured out. Wonderful. Is there anybody else who wants to comment? Otherwise, I'll ask him. And that's let me ask him. Yeah.
So you just added both the ends, added 7 to that.
Wonderful. You all know the opposite face had to 7, and you still couldn't figure out this. I am surprised. Think of somebody who doesn't know even add up to 7. You can fool them around for as long as you want. Our experiment had a sum total of 4 numbers. Yes? Every person who did the experiment had a total of 4 numbers. 2 numbers were visible to me when I picked up the tray. Only 2 numbers which are not known to me. But I know the total of those 2 numbers. The total of those 2 numbers was? So I just look at the number which I am receiving and I just add to 7, that's the total of yours. I don't know the individual numbers, but I know the total of that. So in this experiment, what is the minimum outcome? What is the minimum total you will get?
9.
And maximum? 25? 19. So every time you do this, it will be different. With you knowing opposite add up to 7, you can't figure it out. Think of somebody who doesn't even know that. So this experiment can be repeated n number of times without anybody catching you. Okay? What about the box? Get the box, so I'll show you. Okay, somebody is trying. Oh, this one. You all know LEDs? Yeah? Yes or no? What is, okay. You have seen LEDs or not seen LEDs ever? Seen? So I got some LEDs with me. I have got 3 LEDs. There are 2 red and 1 green. So I got a red LED. Yes? Red, I'll put it here. This is, I'll put it here. I got another red. I'll put this over here. And I got 3rd green. Yes? I'll put this over here. So I got 3 LEDs. There are 2 red and 1 green. Which one is green? I will do this experiment slowly first time, so that you get used to what I am going to do, and then I will do this little fast. So first time watch carefully. We have 3 LEDs. You track where the green LED is. start from here. You need to see and keep your eyes on where the green is. Okay? Hands are empty, sleeves are up. Is there anything you are seeing in this hand? No? You got it?
Yeah.
Wonderful. Celebrate. One good. But you tried various things and you got, yeah. That's why I know. That's why when you're doing this, I thought you were doing that. First time. Anyway, I'll come back to this. We'll quickly visit them. So, everything clean? I take this LED. What is this LED? Red LED. Now I take this in my hand. I do my hand like this once, twice, and pick this up and put it back here. Clear? I do the same thing with the second one. I pick this up, move my hand twice over there, take this up and put it back here. I take the third one. I do this. I'm doing extremely slow so that you all have a clear idea what I'm doing. Okay? I did this to all the three LEDs. Now you tell me where the green one is. Why do you think the magic going to happen? You can just assume. This one? Middle one. And somebody should say that one. At the end is success. So how many for this? It got changed. Or no, there's only 7 of them. Yeah? Why do you think? Something has to happen. Somebody said middle. Then rest of them didn't say anything. They said, okay, it doesn't matter. Something will come. You got the idea? Now we do the trick. We'll do once more. Hands empty. I take this, move this twice. Don't break it, sir. I take this, move it in my hand, move twice, put it back. I do the same thing with this. Take it, move it in my hand, put it back. Where is the green one? Still suspicious. How many were right? Number has increased this time. Last time the number was very less. But it's unfortunate this time. It's the wrong time it has increased. How many for the middle one? Eh? How many for the middle one? You are right. And how many for this one? That's red. Now, we have got 2 red. 1 out of 3 should be okay. Isn't it? We'll do this experiment 1 out of 2. Yeah? We'll make it more interesting. We'll do this experiment. We have got green and red. Yes? Red. I'll put it here. And I've got a green. Then again, I'll do now is 1 out of 2. So 50% will say this side, 50% will say that side. 50% going to be right. Take this, move this, change this, put it back. Yeah? Take this, move this, do this, put it back. Which is the green one? This one? You're right or my right?
You are right.
How many for this? Red or green? I should ask them how many for this and this and this. So this is what? Green? And this one? Green is over here. Tell me now. Smart guy. Each one said, you know, LED But you never bother what's the full form and what does it do? It's a diode. What does diode do?
It allows current in only one direction.
Only it works only in one direction. So what? How this experiment is done? One student. Oh, good. So what we have done? It's a simple experiment. You take two LEDs. One is green, one is red, and fuse positive of green and negative of red, and fuse the positive negative one, and then make only one connection out. So, depending on which way I connect, so if I connect, I can only connect one LED at a time. It's a two LEDs are fused together in a reverse polarity. So whichever way I connect battery, this will be red. If I connect opposite way, red will be off, green will turn on. Each one of them is the same way. I was just doing the acting, which is green, which is red, and you are just falling for it. You should have just asked yourself. I have been telling you there is no magic, and you have been not believing me there is no magic. You still believe there is a magic. Isn't it? So it's a diode which will work in one, so I taken two diodes and fused it. And you can teach nanotechnology diodes and very interesting. Where's the box coming back? What was the criteria for seeing? Anybody figured it out? I'll come back to that, but first very interesting thing happened. Observation. You drive on the road, you hit this red signal, green, and you know the traffic signal? Red is there. You know a little bit history. When was the signals first used? Any idea? Which place? Just for the sake of information. 1910. Where? London is not this universe, center of universe. New York. There are a few big cities. Berlin. Okay. And interestingly, the guy who designed the signal designed red to stop, green to go. Okay? And it turned out to be the right selection. It was a pure arbitrary selection, or whatever that guy had a vision, because I never met him. Him or her, I should not use. I should be gender neutral. So this one, if let's say today you have to decide, you know why red signal to stop? That the Rayleigh scattering, isn't it? Inversely proportional to wavelength, so longer the wavelength, less the scattering, and you can see it from far. I know all of you are smart. But if you are not a science student, at the end science does not depend on science students, formal training. If you have to use a common sense, all warning, all your medical, hospital, all signals are given in red. Can you think of why one should choose red even if you don't know scattering to stop? What could be in this guy's mind? What's there? Means what? Means? You have to explain it a little bit more. Anything red is, you can now say danger. But what is the connotation? What's the significance? What does it mean? If blood was green, would have started green to stop? Yeah? No, that's not chemistry, that's not physics. Why blood has to be red? Don't tell me it's iron, hemoglobin. Why blood has to be red? Blood is red before Rayleigh gave scattering, isn't it? I hope you are agree with that. Why? Nature is very smart. Why red? Why color of the blood has to be chosen red? Now I say red is a sign of danger. And it's true. But why it has to be danger? Because in normal situation, do you see blood anytime? The moment you see blood, there's something wrong. Otherwise, you don't see. Itself, something going wrong is the indication of blood being visible. And the moment it's visible, that should be visible from a distance and at the quickest. So nature, you can always argue that nature designed eyes first or the blood first, but that's a chicken and egg story. But at the end, they are correlated. And you require, so the moment you know this common sense, you know that that could be the reason that that is a sign of stopping. Now green. Red I knew most of you know. Green. And now you say, now let me cut the story short because time is less. Green is life, green is good, green is pleasant, green is happy, grass is green, trees are green. All these are asking the same question, why green? And all of these statements have a common thread, and that is the answer. And I have answered that in the first half. Every question which I raise, I have answered it in a different context, and you anyway knew it beforehand also. You will tell me this, why green? Box, can I get back the box? Yeah, somebody's trying. So, the box is, you just swing it. What does swing does? Centrifugal force. At the end, you are looking how to open the box. No, you should ask how all the 8 pins will be out. I need to apply a force which brings everything outwards. And then immediately you are stuck to your high school physics. There is a centrifugal force which throws everything out. And ask, please define the centrifugal force. Let's see if somebody wants to define. All of you know centrifugal force. Please define it for me. Who wants to define? You all said you all know. If and but and this and that without those. You said you all know. Then tell me.
If you take a mixture of heavier and lighter things, you rotate it, the heavier things moves away, the lighter thing stays at the center.
The centrifugal force.
Yeah, that's centrifugal